What's up, everybody? It's your boy B. Scott with the Philadelphia Eagles. I just want to thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to the show and leave a 5-star rating. Fly, Eagles, fly.
This is a Brawl Network production.
We're talking about practice, man.
You're listening to Philly Sports with Giovanni.
It felt really good to prove to everybody, but not only that, prove to ourselves that we had great potential. And through the year, we just kept passing tests and passing tests. And eventually, we were the team to beat.
Here's the man, the myth, the legend, Giovanni Hamilton.
Hey guys, welcome back to Philly Sports with Giovanni on the Eagles Brawl. It's my first Eagles win podcast.
Yay!
There's no better way to celebrate it without the one and the only, Kyle.
Hello, Giovanni. I'm so excited to be here. I was super excited when you reached out about your podcast, and I cannot wait to have another awesome conversation with you.
Yeah, I'm really happy to have you on. That game, there was their ups and downs, but you know what? It was kind of sloppy, but a win's a win.
A win is a win, right? I was really excited. You know, I always have put so much faith in our team, our coaching staff, and the Eagles organization. I think they put their best foot forward every single week, and it was really awesome to finally see all these pieces come together of a huge machine that's really hardworking and have a successful outcome for us. And to take first in the division after this week was even better.
Yeah, I got to admit, I was kind of worried going against the 49ers, but then, you know, we're the Eagles, so we win games we're not supposed to, so.
Right. I mean, I hope we're always supposed to win them, but.
All right, so I want to ask you, I've been wondering this, what is your favorite Eagles player?
My favorite Eagles player, well, it's really hard to choose a favorite because I've been able to come into contact and meet and see all of them. But there's a really cool story. Jake Elliott ran into my brother in the elevator last season and was super kind to him. He was super excited, welcoming, and he wasn't in uniform or anything. He could have just definitely acted like he was just a normal guy at the link. And he really went out of his way to make sure that my brother felt excited about the Eagles and that my brother had a great time at the game. So I've had a lot of respect for him since that moment and that encounter with my brother. But all of the players, all the guys on the team, they're so kind. They're so nice. Some of them I've met, some of them I haven't, whether I pass them at NovaCare or pass them on the field. They've always been so kind to me, to the team, and to the fans. So I don't know if I have an absolute favorite, but I really, really, really clicked with Jake Elliott after that moment he had with my brother.
Yeah, Jake Elliott's an awesome guy.
He is.
Who inspired you to do dance?
I was actually inspired by, when I was a little kid, I really wanted to get into musical theater. My dream was to be on Broadway and to be the superstar on TV. The second I found out that being on TV could be a job, I really wanted to do it. I was at a dance studio that I started there taking musical theater classes, and I saw all the dancers in the dance team perform at one of our shows. And so I don't know if it was necessarily one person or one significant figure, but I definitely loved all the dancers, the way they were together, the way that they worked so hard to be there physically and emotionally. And I was really inspired by it. So I started taking dance classes in order to be better at musical theater, and it stole my heart, and that's all I wanted to do. So from there, I kind of switched over to be just a dancer.
Yeah, so my next question is, did you always want to be a dancer?
I did. Actually, I guess I didn't. I wanted to be anything I could to get on TV. You know, I've always been a performer. I don't think I really fell in love with dance until I was about 15 years old. I started when I was 10, kind of did it. And when I was 15 years old, my director and I, Jamie Gagner, we got super duper close. And from there, I was at the studio 6 days a week, 30 hours a week. And then as I kind of started teaching and performing professionally, I only fall in love with it more each and every day. So I don't think I've always wanted to be a dancer. I know at one point I wanted to be a pilot. I used to play hockey when I was 4. I did soccer, Boy Scouts. I don't think I knew it was my lifelong dream until I was in about 5th grade.
All right. That's awesome because, I've had dreams since I was little to go to Temple and to go for sports management and be a coach. And it's awesome that you had dreams since you were little too.
No, that is good, and I'm so excited to see that kids like you that are so young like set such big goals. I think it's really easy when you're younger to kind of let the world swallow you up, especially in times like now where nothing's really certain and everything's this and that. And I think it's really great that at your age you have such a solid head on your shoulders. And not only do you want to be in sports management, but you're starting a podcast, which is so inspiring. And you get to go to these games. And I met you at training camp, and you've always been so involved in especially football, but I've seen how you kind of react to Philly sports and sports in general. And I think that you're such a great role model for kids all over the world that they can really, they can start whenever they're ready, whenever they want to go out and do what they want. I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited. This is awesome.
Thank you. So I know you get some hate and you get bullied a little bit. And I deal with that a little bit myself with social media and sometimes even at school. And now it's going to be even harder that I'm in high school. But I want to know, how do you deal with that?
For me personally, I will say I've never, ever, ever been bullied or harassed by an Eagles fan, which is super awesome and really exciting. Philly just really gets it. I think for me, I just remember if they stumbled upon my page, if they found me, then that's a win for me. There's a saying that goes, all press, or good and bad press, it's all press. No matter what they're talking about you. That's kind of something that has really kind of pushed me forward through middle school. Was really rough for me. I definitely thrived a lot more in high school. I loved high school, so I think you'll love it too. But I think the best thing to remind yourself is that, you're here for a reason. You're working on this goal for a reason. I mean, how many kids going into high school can say that they started a podcast and had a Super Bowl player on their podcast? I think that alone for you is really exciting, and that's something to be really proud of. And to just kind of remind yourselves that sometimes people are taught things by people who may not fully understand the world. And that's just the view that they have. And you can do the best you can to educate them. You can try your hardest to change your mind, but you just have to remind yourself that it doesn't matter what they think of you. They could have been taught by the wrong person, just like you were taught to love and you were taught to be caring and you were taught to fight and push yourself. Some people are not taught those values. And so what gets me through it is just to hope that, I can do the best I can to be myself, to educate them, to encourage them to be more accepting, more open-minded, to understanding that not everyone looks or acts the same. But really just to remember that the only opinion that matters of me is mine. And if I'm happy with the work I'm doing every day, if I'm making people happy by the work I'm doing every day, then I can lay my head down at night and be really, really excited that I changed someone's view or someone's life or made someone smile. And I think you do that same exact thing. And that's why we get along so well.
Thank you. That was inspirational. What made you pick Philly?
Oh, this is a great story. So I won't keep it too long, but I started college right outside Boston, and it was a great school, and I learned so much there, but I knew that I belonged in a city. So I auditioned at the University of the Arts, and I was able to kind of come down here. It's a top dance school, one of the top 10 in the country, and I got in. So I moved to Philly for school. And growing up as a dancer, you go to school all day until 2:15. And then you dance all night until 9:30, 10 o'clock. So for the first time ever in my life, school and dance became the same thing. And I was able to really open up and kind of be a human and be a person in society and look at things other than just dance and the performing arts. And obviously, what comes with Philly in a very heavy amount of love is the Philly sports team. So my roommate at the time, her boyfriend was huge into the Eagles, and we watched all the games together. And once I loved the Eagles, I remember that year coming off the Eagles Super Bowl win, and we were going into the Sixers, playoffs and all that. And all the sports just kind of roll into each other. So it's really hard once you like one to not like all of them, because all the same passionate fans kind of follow all of them. And I've met so many amazing people from the city and not from the city that kind of follow all the Philly sports. And so that's really what got me involved, and what made me want to even be a part of the Eagles was the love for this team that the city has and how it caters to that. And I guess, when you move to Philly, how can you know sports?
Yeah, that's awesome. Philadelphians are amazing.
They are. They are some of my favorite people.
Yeah. So I want to know this from you, because a lot of people have mixed feelings about it. What is the best place to get a cheesesteak in Philadelphia?
Oh, no. Okay, so I do have a spot that I love, love, love. It's called Oregon Steaks. Sometimes me and a couple of the cheerleaders will go down there after practice when we practice in person to get a cheesesteak. It was the first, in my defense, it was the first Philly cheesesteak I ever had. That was a real, true Philly cheesesteak, was from Oregon Steaks. I've been to other places that are right up there with it, but my heart goes out to Oregon Steaks on 10th and Oregon, because they're right by the stadiums. It's on the way home, and I love, love the service I get there and the way it tastes.
Yeah, I remember the first time I had a Philly cheesesteak. It changed my whole
It does.
You can't find anything that good near where I live. It's not the same.
Right. Well, hopefully you can get down here soon and you can get a real Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah. So the governor said that we can go to Eagles games. How do you feel about that? Because I'm really excited.
I am so excited when I saw the statement that the governor of Pennsylvania released today, and I cannot wait to see how the city of Philadelphia, as well as the Philadelphia Eagles, work together to make sure that we can get as many fans in the stadium as possible in a safe manner. I really think it's going to change the game for this team. There's nothing better than, those fans in the stadium, and I can't wait until we can accomplish that in the most safe way as possible.
Yeah, I'm really excited too. I think not only will it be good for the fans, but it'll be good for the guys too. For the actual cheering and the actual booing at moments. I think it'll be good.
I had to buy a cutout just so I could be at the game, which it was awesome. They got to support the Eagles Autism Challenge, which raised over $3 million this year. But I was like, I have to buy a cutout. If I can't be there, I have to still be there.
Yeah, I have a cutout too there.
I'm sure you probably had a cutout as soon as they were allowing you to buy them.
Yeah. So this game was pretty good, and once they got in a rhythm, they just kept going. Do you think that they will be able to do that against the Steelers?
I honestly have no idea. I definitely know that our coaches and our players are working the best they can to make sure that they're never going to show up to a game not feeling prepared. So I really hope that they're preparing and they're working hard. I think anything can happen in the NFL. We've seen that happen weeks and weeks across the board. I think the best thing that we can do as fans and that our team can do is to just put our best foot forward, keep our heads on straight, work really hard, get really excited, show our team that we back them, we care for them. We're so excited, we're so proud of them no matter what happens. And I think that when all those factors work well together, that there's no team that we can't rise above. I think our team has so much talent. I think we've done a great job at putting it together. And I think that the Eagles are doing everything they can to get as far as they can. So I have a really good feeling. I really hope that, we can get this done. But whatever happens, all we can say is that we tried our best, right?
Yeah. I have to say the Eagles are like the team that puts the most heart into the game. So
definitely. They definitely do.
I think that they deserve this win. Now, what's your prediction for the Steelers game? What do you got for the score?
I don't know if I have a score prediction yet. I've been really busy at work this week so far. I don't know. I haven't been able to look at both sides. So I don't know if I have enough information to pick an exact number, but I definitely hope it ends with a W coming back to Philadelphia. That's what I hope I can predict.
I was thinking 13-14.
Oh, that's a close game.
I think
I hope my heart can handle it.
Same. The last game was stressful, but it was worth it. It was worth the stress.
I know, we did it. We did it. We caught some interceptions. We had some turnovers. It was awesome.
Yeah, once our offense and defense just started going, you can't stop them.
You can't. You can't stop Philly.
Yeah, you can't. All right. So thank you so much for being here.
Of course.
Where can people find you?
People can find me online or in person.
Online.
Online. You can find me on Instagram at Kyle Tanguay. On TikTok, I'm Kyle Tanguay Official because Kyle Tanguay was taken. And on Twitter, I'm KTangKyle. You can also visit my website that I made in college. It's www.kyletangway.com.
All right. Thank you so much for being here.
Giovanni, you are